you have a moon in Capricorn in your birth chart, watch this video where I'm sharing what the biggest struggle in life is going to be for a Capricorn moon, or as I like to call them, the ambitious materialist. Hello and welcome to Making Mindfulness Fun. I'm Isabelle, the co-founder and the personality expert here at Making Mindfulness Fun. I help you understand who you are using personality types. Today I wanted to talk about astrology and specifically a very specific and very important, quite possibly the most important planet in your birth chart, which is the moon. I'll cover why the moon is the most important later, but in this video I want to talk specifically about what it's like to be a moon in Capricorn and what your biggest struggle in life is going to be with this placement. So as a quick note, what is the moon in the first place in astrology? Your sun sign is the one you most likely know if you're new to astrology. It's the one where someone asks, do you know your sign? That's the one you say. That is based off of where the sun was at your time of birth when you were born, and it takes about 1 month, 30 days to move. It's not aligned with each month, but it takes 30 days for the sun to go through each sign. So if you're, say, oh, I'm a Virgo, I'm a Cancer, that's your sun sign. And the sun sign rules the ego self. It's how, as human beings with a conscious mind, and with the ability to perceive the self, this is how we perceive ourselves, and this is how we would generally describe ourselves, and it's how people would generally describe us. So for example, if you're a Capricorn sun, people would describe you as, yeah, they're driven, they're ambitious, they want to work hard, they put in a lot of effort. That's your general personality with your sun sign. But your moon sign changes, the moon moves signs every 2.5 days, so it's very specific for you based off of your chart. And based on when you were born. If you don't know your time of birth, your moon sign can possibly change, which is why I think knowing your time of birth is so important. So where the sun sign is the ego self, the moon sign is not something people easily see. The people closest to us will see this part of ourselves because the moon sign rules the part of us that is our emotions. The moon sign rules everything related to emotions. So it's our emotional patterns, our emotional struggles in life, emotions that we tend to have often, how we process emotions, our emotional wounds and how we process emotional wounds, and it's how people closest to us are going to perceive us because it's our emotional body. It's the part that's closest to us, and so when people get close to us, like our friends or family members who are closest, this is the part of us that they see in us when they're close to us. So knowing your moon sign is the most important aspect you can know in your chart because we are emotionally driven human beings. And by knowing your moon sign, you can know what you're going to want for emotional fulfillment, and you're going to figure out what your biggest struggle in life is going to be because your emotions are the driver of your struggles. So I like to call the moon in Capricorn the ambitious materialist. And it can sound negative in a sense to call them materialistic, but I mean this in a positive sense. And after all, every moon sign is not good or bad. They have all strengths and weaknesses. So the moon in Capricorn's strength is that they're extremely driven. These people find emotional fulfillment through success. They always have to have a goal. They always have to be pushing their limits. They always have to be reaching a milestone. They have to be successful in some sense. And if these people aren't successful and they don't have a clear goal, they become very drained and exhausted. They need goals to thrive in their lives. Whereas if you're maybe a moon in Cancer or a moon in Scorpio, you don't necessarily need the goal to thrive as much. It's not as predominant of a survival instinct in your head. Everyone needs goals to be happy, but for the moon in Capricorn, it is their number one priority, whether it's conscious or unconscious. So while the moon in Capricorn has a gift for basically being able to see very far into the future, see the milestones that they're going to hit, see the path it takes to reach the peak, they also can get very caught up in that journey to the peak. And they can get caught up in this idea that they're only going to be emotionally fulfilled once they get to the peak. But what's going to happen when they get to the peak? They're going to find another peak to climb because they are the ambitious materialist. They see their success wrapped up in the things they attain or the recognition they attain. So one strength of the moon in Capricorn is that they're going to have this drive, and this drive can serve them in whatever realm that they want. But a weakness that comes along with it is that they're always going to be looking for more success or recognition. And they can often find themselves wondering, when is it going to be enough? Or why am I so wrapped up in this success? Is it really going to fulfill me? And that's when the moon in Capricorn can have a bit of a crisis, when they let go of that idea or need to be successful. They kind of find themselves feeling meaningless. and they don't know what to do with their lives. So while the need for success can be something that appears negative, they can't forego it entirely, or else they're going to just fall into depression and they're going to lack emotional fulfillment. And after all, our moon sign shows what we need for emotional fulfillment. So we have to fulfill it just in a positive way. So the moon in Capricorn may want to achieve success, but they need to find it through positive means. The best way for a moon in Capricorn to start living an aligned sense of success is thinking about what would be fulfilling for me to achieve right now. Now, what are all the ideas of success that other people or the world taught me, and what is it that would be successful to me? I think that is the most happy middle for Capricorn moons, is figuring out what would make you feel successful that is not necessarily career success, because you don't always need to be successful in your career. Your health, your well-being, your self-development, all should feel like a success to you. So Moon in Capricorn should really watch out for that inner dialogue in their head where they're always looking to the peak for the next thing. Or are you idealizing a form of success that you think you're going to attain by working hard? It is your gift that you worked hard, but it can also be your detriment because you think that you can get anything by working hard. And you can. You can definitely work for anything to get what you want. But there's also the theory and the idea of manifestation, being an attractor, in that you don't always have to do more to get more or be more. You can actually do less and do less of the right things, and you can attract the things you want. And after all, as Capricorn is an earth sign, what if all that material security that you're looking for is within you already? So leave a comment below and let me know what else you struggle with as a moon in Capricorn, and hit the link below to join Be the Hero, where I teach you how to understand your personality and use it to thrive. I don't just educate and give you all the data there. I am walking you through the process of healing your moon sign, of healing each part of your chart so that you can thrive and manifest the life you desire and find emotional fulfillment, because we are human beings after all, human beings driven by emotion, and the number one thing we should seek is emotional fulfillment. So hit the link below to join Be the Hero, where I'm coaching you there in our membership along with our other coaches every month, and comment on this video to let me know what you struggle with as a moon in Capricorn, and stay tuned for further videos on the moon signs.